Alright, chat, welcome back to another fun edition of... Is this game good? That's what World wants to know. Is it true? Is Metroid good? Alright, I'm at 55% scans, 5 hours of gameplay. Just did the ice area boss. The ice area was legitimately, like, good. But it also made me worried. Would you place Prime 4 under 3? I haven't finished this one yet, and I haven't played 3 since it came out.
Samus, you've done well. Now meet me upstairs.
Yeah. I think this game's most impressive achievement is how good it runs and looks for a Switch 1 game. And that's something that I think it's nice. It shows you that you can optimize games.
Samus,
and that people are just, like, not willing to do that.
looks like you got what you came for. A message came through the station radio while you were gone. Somebody named Specialist McKenzie. He sent over the coordinates for base camp.
Love that guy.
I'll be on my way soon. Now, I've been on a lot of missions. This has always protected me. May Solon light your path. You go on ahead. There's a healing pod up here, and I'll be as good as new in no time.
Don't you die on me. If anything were to happen to you, well, I would... Wait, what's your name again? I would be really upset. Whoa! No, this is the Switch 2 version for whoever was asking before, but if you watch the video of, like, Digital Foundry, and you check out, like, both versions, it's pretty fucking impressive. This definitely looks better, it looks crisper, it has 120 frames a second, 4K, it's got, like, you know, performance and quality mode and all that. It is genuinely something that whenever I talk about, like, people brute forcing, like, developers brute forcing performance because everything's a supercomputer, and as a result, you have to enable DLSS or it just stutters, it gets really annoying. It's not everything, but it's a lot of stuff. So it is nice that this game, for some reason on Switch 1, even can hit 60 and not dip. We can do this. Someone said I can't wait 2 years from now for people to want Switch 3. You notice, chat, here's the problem. When I get real close into that texture, I'm not able to see, like, minute scratches. That's the real problem. We need all that power. The real reason I want more power in, I just wanted a Switch 2 because Switch 1 was really getting crusty. And I think, for now, this will be just fine for Nintendo's bullshit. But anything else, I think what most excites me is less the insane visuals and more like whatever they're going to end up doing with GTA 6, like all the little minuscule interactions, the physics, all the like detail and crazy shit that just happens around you, like emergent gameplay wise, that is more exciting to me. And Half-Life 3, of course. We're going back to Daddy. Alright, Miles, where are you at? Do you have any predictions for tomorrow's Game Awards? Silksong will win many things. Expedition 33 will win many things. There will be an announcement that Jeff makes where he almost cries, and it will not be worth it. And there will be an announcement that Jeff makes where he almost cries, where it will be worth it. Also, Kojima will be there. That's all I got. The Half-Life 3 rumor mill is at a fucking fever pitch right now. Because of all those previous, leakers. They're leakers, you know, schemers. A lot of hidden load time hallways there. Still don't think we can get up there yet. But yeah, in regards to the Half-Life 3 thing, I'm not getting my hopes up, but I'm still going to do the bit where every game is Half-Life 3. And if it actually happens, chat, I will eat the Grinch sock. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. Oh, God. Okay, so here's another issue that could be fixed.
You got another teleporter key.
Thanks, Miles McKenzie.
It looks like you found more Laborn technology in Icebelt. I might be able to help you. Can you bring it back to base camp? By the way, I saw the data you acquired. I can't believe the Grievers used to be Lamorne.
Okay. I saw basically there was someone that had a really good idea, which is this. If you run into this crystal thing here, that should destroy all of them. Just any one of the crystals near it should be destroyed. Because otherwise, I'm breaking, I'm going back, I'm like trying to figure out if I got all of them, and you do need to get most of the crystals in this game, if not all of them, which is really annoying. That could be an easy fix. It should be that, like, if you get one of the patches, all of them are destroyed. And if there's a requirement for these fucking things, just lower the amount. Like, goddamn, Retro, it's not fun crashing into the 100th crystal. So I think that's an easy... That feels like an easy patch. Also, there is music in the desert. When people say it was like there's no music, there's music when you fight an enemy, and otherwise it just sounds like 2001: A Space Odyssey. I'm serious, by the way. If you listen, it's just like ambient, like spooky music. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying there is it's ambient something is happening. You missed a crystal, bad ending locked. And also, the crystals populating over time and not being, like, available all at once. There are little things that would alleviate some of the complaining about this game. I really feel that. It wouldn't, like, completely remedy the issue that most people are having, I don't think. But I think it would help a little bit. Did you do the shrine you went past yet? I almost don't feel like I even want to try, because most of it's locked behind, like, a fire or electricity shot. Wait, did I get enough? I still... You know what? Chat, I'm going back out for more crystals. A game can only ever be a 10 out of 10 or a 0 out of 10. I know that's like the easy thing to say, and I agree with that. People really do have... Some people like to quantify things as total disaster or masterpiece, because it's just easier, or it's more fun, and it's tasty. But there were a lot of games I grew up with that weren't amazing. I've been mentioning Secret of Mana a lot on stream lately, because I've been thinking about it, I've been hearing its music, and I've been like, man, I kind of want to play that again at some point. That's a rough game to go back to. I do love Secret of Mana, but last time I played it, I got hit with some pretty fucking dated and annoying stuff. And, like, not fully finished and kind of glitchy. But what happens is, it's just so fucking beautiful to look at and listen to, that it, like, smooths over all of that. I was trying to think... By the way, no, I'm not defending any of the, you know, if a game's got issues, it's got issues, but I still look fondly on Secret of Mana, and, like, Turok 2 was another game that really, really pissed me the fuck off when I was growing up, and, but I loved it. It pissed me off worse when I played it during its remaster. But I also feel like, on a side note, and I'm sorry this has been the entire commentary for this game so far today, but once something is happening that isn't Desert and Crystal Collection, I'll be sure to talk about anything else. I would also argue that we've got the hindsight of, you know, 40 years or 30 of modern 3D gaming. That, I don't know, there's some stuff that should just be like, what were they thinking? To quote the angry video game nerd. See, look, now I have to go back and get this. I don't want to do that. I just want to crash into one thing. Keep pressing the wrong button. Okay, that's almost there. It's getting there, chat. It's getting there. Apparently there are shrines that I can use too. But I don't want to go back to Miles McKenzie and then not have all of my fucking upgrade crystals. The bike has a slide attack. It does, but it is very limited use, meaning it takes a boost. So you have to boost, and then you can slide. It would be useful if you could do it more, but you can't. Just a whole lot of nothing out here. That's the boost, or the slide, boost slide thing. Almost. And even that, I still missed a little bit. I'm assuming I need electric. I guess we'll find out. To complete this one. So it shows you which shot you need, basically. Can't wait to see speedruns of this game. Crystal collection routes are going to be fun. Oh, hell yeah. Can't complete the shrine, but I can grab all the cool green crystals. Do you think Nintendo would let Retro patch this game? Or is that, like, admitting some level of defeat? After 3 months, maybe. Oh, like Mario Kart? I'm now just, and maybe I'm dumb, but I'm just now realizing I can navigate just by driving to the big tree. I just realized, chat, this is Kokiri Forest. Chat, I'm thrilled. I'm actually thrilled to be here. Chuffed. Love this guy. No, Dingle, no, Dingle. Chat, did you hear that YouTube unlisted all of the YouTube rewinds? Speaking of admitting defeat. They were pretty rancid, towards the end especially, but... I don't really feel like something like that, it's really fully possible to capture the expanse of, like, a whole industry in just one video. It just felt like an impossible task. And then, like, keeping it corpo safe, too? Hell no.
Welcome back, Samus. Come on, show me what you found in Icebelt. Alright, let's take a look.
You already know.
Okay. Dude.
I love
Hello,
him.
friend. Okay. Analysis first. Oh, this is fascinating. It looks like this program inverts the energy emitted from the device. That means if I reprogram this and set it into your arm cannon, you should be able to use a new shot type.
Did you unlock the Miles avatar on Switch Online? No, I didn't know there was one. You can get classic Metroid avatars right now, too? Do I have to do that on the store or the app? I forget.
Now you can use Ice Shot. It temporarily freezes the target when hit. You can freeze living organisms to stop their movement. And you should be able to use it on high-temperature objects like magma to freeze it for a short period of time by lowering its surface temperature. If you find anything else, bring it into me. I'm sure I can turn it into something useful.
But that's the thing, I think we would imagine, like most people, most gamers would know that you could turn... you could... Anyway, I'm on the app. I don't really know how to do this. Game-specific services? On the console. Oh. I figured while he was talking, I could get something else done.
Freeze them all up with Ice Shot.
I'm here to deposit green. Please make this worth it. I collected your 8 crystals. Psychic beam upgrade. They travel faster and are more damaging. I'd say that's a pretty good upgrade. Oh, and they look cooler. Honestly, that's exactly what this thing needed. Holy shit. I felt it was, to use Tarantino's word, weak sauce. Now it looks cooler, sounds cooler, and is faster and better. Okay. Is that his word? No. What's that shit? What happened with him and Paul Dano? Jeez. I may as well add my opinion to the Paul Dano discussion. I think he's alright. Is there anything else to do in this room right now, or no? Grab the motes from each statue. Hmm. Oh, has this got lore? It lived beyond thick ice where frozen shards danced on gale winds and frigid breath met any approach. In its mind was intolerance, living isolated and intemperate like an aloof warrior. It called itself Keratos. Okay. Well, the lore is here if you want to know about spheres. Tears for spheres. Not all Lemorn-controlled power from within. In a place where dark clouds never clear, endless lightning slices the sky, and the wind and rain rage, our forebears laid the foundations for the machine era. Here, 3 giant towers were built, piercing the dark sky. These would become the birthplace of a tool able to race across the land on spinning wheels. But the harsh environment proved unsuitable for the Lemorn peoples. This is why the Lemorn technologists created artificial life form to oversee the towers. They named it Zelios. Its singular directive was to seek the happiness of the Lemorn. With command of the electricity flowing through the towers and the machines connected to them, it could follow its directive as it chose. Even now, the machine era long since passed, Zelios seeks the happiness of the Lemorn. It sought to fuck me up, is what it sought. It's actually, like, comical how good the shots are now. And feel to use, too. The extra bit of speed really helped. The main reason to get the green crystals at this point. I think it was actually, as much as I think the game could use a patch in regards to crystal farming, it was worth it to get them at that point. ice shot does. Let me guess. Oh wow, I never would have thought. Chad, do you think this feels good? If they have enough momentum, they just fucking crack. Someone said, I see aim assist. Doesn't feel good at all. Are you playing the game, motherfucker? Have you ever played a Metroid Prime game, or are you comparing this to, like, Call of Duty? You have a lock-on feature. That's what Metroid Prime does. If you want to complain about shit, complain about the right shit. Jesus. Aim assist. What are we doing here, man? He was trolling. Put kappas if you're trolling. This is how you turn people on the internet into jokers, okay? At all times you must denote with a fucking kappa. But no, that's actually where the discourse in this game has, like, it has gotten to that level, so even if they were joking, that kind of shit is... Yeah, there's plenty... the word tourist is something I'm now aware of. But like I said, this is one of those weird situations where people who have never played Metroid are complaining about this game just because it feels good, I guess. Took too long to get 4. I know, I think there's this weird idea that because the game took 18 years and had 8 years of development, that it should have just been the best thing ever. But it was troubled development. That's the real problem. I mean, they took it away from Bandai and they just completely gave it over and started over from, I think, scratch. The freezing of flowing water is precisely how one's first steps are to be taken. Remember this. Like a river that flows along the land, water travels within living things, bestowing its life-giving moisture. Freezing the water carried in all who live will blow out the candle of life. Do not forget this. Understand this, you who command the power of ice. To steal heat from every sub-object of the world is an act to bring about stillness. Someone said something about, no matter how annoying people are, gatekeeping sucks. So here's the thing. One of the, I know this isn't the same for everybody, but one of the things I like most about streaming is sharing my favorite games. I want people to get into Metroid. I want people to play Chrono Trigger. That's like a really gratifying part of streaming. But the idea that, like, you know, just people complaining for the sake of, like, console wars is a completely different thing entirely. So that's where, like, you can feel when an argument becomes disingenuous. I got plenty of issues with this game to the point where I've already been called a Nintendo shill and also a Nintendo hater. So I'm just enjoying the game. But I do want people to get into Metroid. Genuinely, it is probably my favorite game series, and it's a really great series to dig into. And it you know, it sucks that this game went through development hell. It doesn't feel good. But also, Metroid Prime was never the biggest Nintendo seller. It's not like a Breath of the Wild type thing, and that totally flopped. This is just some, like, game for fans? And it became like a weird vitriolic thing. It's so bizarre. Unfortunately, though, the game for fans thing, I think, somewhere along development, got conflated with we need new Metroid gamers. And they made some very questionable decisions, and it dumbed it down in a lot of ways to the point where it's... As a big Metroid fan, that's my biggest problem. It's not even Miles McKenzie. It's the fucking linear level design, and it's the puzzles being, like, almost nothing. Still better than Other M. I actually agree with that. Low bar, yeah. Better than Federation Force. Chat, it's better than Rabies. Going to lava. Pros and cons of Rabies. Are there any pros? Like, I know there's, like, really optimistic people out there in the world, but, like, seriously, can anyone give me one single positive? You ejaculate a lot. I kind of don't want to go down this conversation path anymore. Little guys. Web crawler, arthropod variant found in the underground shrines of Soul Valley. They possess a spinneret on their abdomen and produce thread from their telson when nesting. Their spinneret and their telson, and their melpert, even. Just curious. Well, we're already almost halfway to the next one. I guess the shrines have, like, way more than, than you would find just driving around the desert, which is good. That gives me a little bit of hope. It's also, like, you know, Metroid Prime 1 is a game I love dearly, but when you get to that fetch quest at the end, as I've talked about many times, I still am baffled by that decision. I'm trying to see. Is there anything here I can do? There is something up there, but I don't quite know how to get it yet. Metroid Prime 2 and 3 remastered would be great. I think that would be a fantastic thing for them to do. Or even like a good solid re-release with like the updated controls. Resolution increase. That would be fine. But I think if I play 3 sometime in the next year or two, I would do Prime Hack and use mouse and keyboard. Oh, okay, okay. Got a thing. Oh. I was wondering about that. Chat, I didn't know that was a teleport. I saw that I missed an E-tank and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go back. I feel like I should get the ice one now, wherever that is. Alright, so E-tank you say. Okay. I see it. Do I have the tools required? Am I streaming Game Awards tomorrow? I believe I will be, yeah. Believe I will be. I don't know if I'll be there for the pre-show, but like, try to stream the actual award show. Hope that we get something worth watching. I don't really see anything around. Oh my god. I complained about the puzzles. Turns out they're in the shrines. Not even really a puzzle. I'm gonna go for the ice shrine, too, if I can. Jump! Or you just die. It's fine. Alright, so there's a shrine there. Thunder Shrine. Spring Shrine? That's Ice Belt. So we need to go... We're going here. No. We're going... No. No. Flare Pool. That's there. Source of spring is ice. Oh. Turn around.
With the bridge broken at the flare pool facility, you'll need to find some way to cross the lava lake. I believe upgrading the Viola suit allows you to unlock additional functions of the Viola. Want to try visiting Full Forge?
Oh. Well, thanks, Miles. I guess on some level, when you have a world this fragmented and segmented, it's not like, you can take note, necessarily, of, like, previous Metroid games where you could just kind of, like, be aware of, oh, I must go back there, because now I have Ice Beam. I would have not known to go back there. I would have just kept driving around like an idiot looking for stuff in the fire area. It's okay, Miles. You can be my yellow paint anytime.
If you're not sure where to go, you can always call in and ask me.
Miles, alright, I was joking. Dude, I was joking. I want to try killing one of these things, maybe, or at least scanning. Varmis, crustacean variant that swims through sand, enlarged by green energy shower. Upon sensing danger, it will dive to hide. I can't even get close enough to damage it. Just a moment. I feel like this thing fought in the Clone Wars. Yep. But anyway, yeah, you've heard my complaints. So now I'm just gonna play the game and enjoy it. Talk about traffic in New York. That's one of my favorite topics. How about that weather? It is pretty cold. And boy, does it get dark early. Rule number one of being a streamer: never, ever let there be dead air. Ever. Never. Papi pusa. Secret behind the waterfall. Every shrine has a secondary item. That's cool. He figures out the puzzle easily, but it took 5 minutes to find a giant web on the wall next to him. Yeah, that's true. Do these scans count towards, like, scan percentage? If anyone knows, like, just random whatever? No. Did I get this item? I mean, it is very Tears of the Kingdom. Just, like, the color scheme, the feel of it. But weirdly, it's kind of cozy. What? You know, speaking of chat, Metroid farming. Slime Rancher, but Metroids. It's actually... Don't give Nintendo ideas. You could probably find Volt Forge. Yeah. Alright, well. Where we're going. I think I need electricity for that. Let me just take a quick look. Oh. Surge of electricity. Yeah. And them green. Oh, it's an allegory for acquiring wealth and how it is an ultimately unrewarding and unfulfilling endeavor. You get one of those slides once in a while. Alright. Volt Forge. I still can't believe Samus ran all that way earlier in the game. Electrifying.
Samus is cool, has cool motorcycle and cool suit. Suit, fucking cool.
We should do a Metroid suit tier list at some point. I think so far this is just the coolest area of the game. It's actually really, really neat. You don't have to tell me where to go. You don't have to tell me where to go. It's fine. I'll figure it out.
In there, you can activate now. You may need to explore the other towers.
Oh. That requires yellow. When I play this area, it feels like an interesting like extension of Prime 3. This area, I don't think there's anything other than just pain. However, oh, this is just straight up it? Psychic Viola suit. Viola Ick. Okay, it's resistant to heat and enables Viola to transform into Viola Ick mode automatically, which allows it to travel over magma and lava. Alright, now I just leave. It would be cool if somehow the suit made the motorcycle go faster. I know that makes zero sense. Zero sense, but I think that would just be swell. Where are we going? Now we leave Volt Forge. we did it! Wait, is this the exit? Yeah, that's the exit. You gotta fully charge. Oh! I'm gonna complain again. And chat, you can't stop me. That was Samus? Wait, this isn't... Wait, is this how I leave? Wait. Why is that door closed? Oh, I have to use the motorcycle on that. I feel like maybe there could have been a little something, like a little side area or something here in Volt Forge that you could have done to get that suit upgrade. I don't know. I think that's another thing, like without the interconnected worlds that Metroid is kind of known for. Oh, we're gonna be fighting. And a more linear approach, which seems to be what the intent was. It's a little harder to make backtracking as rewarding, in my opinion. Fucking thing. Hell, man. Okay. I'm a little too close to lock on. Oh my god. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? No, no more. No, no, no more. No more. I wish I had like a bigger bomb or something. Alright. Alright, here we go. No, not you. Gotcha, chump. The soundtrack in this game is super interesting. Well, Kenji Yamamoto, is that correct? I said the name the other day and I already I'm not sure. But no, he's great. He absolutely... It's a different flavor of Metroid Prime, but he still got it. Another design decision I'd like to just discuss briefly with chat, you know, for the sake of conversation, is you have a choice as a developer. Do you stick with the Metroid ethos, and do you not incorporate a fast travel? Even though there were shortcuts to different locations in other Troid games. But you know, you create this big overworld thing, which is what a lot more... That scream is funny to me. Which is what a lot more... like, modern games have. But if you don't put in a fast travel, it means there's a lot of, like, busy work. So you hope the overworld is interesting. So, do you betray Metroid formula? Or do you stick to tradition? And the answer is, they kind of did 1 foot in the water and 1 foot out. And it ended up with kind of the worst of both worlds. Just, I'm talking about for the overworld. Everything else, I'm generally enjoying. Even the linear, like, stuff isn't that bad. But... that's why them crystals regenerate, and they keep adding, or not regenerate, but they keep adding new crystals. I see why they're doing that. I get it. Kinda almost at the thing. So just baffling, like, I get fast travel is not always the best. What game was I playing that didn't have any form of fast travel? Was that Dragon's Dogma? Dragon's Dogma 2. There's another one. Death Stranding. Death Stranding has fast travel. Oh. Oh yeah. I think I read something about Death Stranding 2 being Kojima's answer to trying to keep overworld traversal interesting. It works. It didn't work for me with the first one. But I think I kind of... right before... right before I got to around the same part, or like the same point where I was giving up in Death Stranding 1, I was starting to get it in Death Stranding 2. And then I realized I kind of understand what Kojima was trying to do here. It's like the overworld traversal is part of the puzzle. It's not always great, and sometimes it's just you holding the triggers and hoping not to fall over. But I think it was a pretty successful overall way to do that kind of thing. I also read that it was a direct response to the emptiness and the the nothing traversal of the open world of Metal Gear 5. MGS5 has fast travel. So you know what, forget the fast travel conversation, it's not really even about that anymore. I guess what makes traversing an open world interesting? Because I feel like they're here to stay, for better or worse. I'm down for a big open world game once in a while, but I think I'm at the point where I need something genuinely exciting. I guess you could do what Skyrim did, which is just distract you with shiny things all over the place constantly. I also remember before Breath of the Wild came out, that was probably one of the biggest fears. And I guess mileage may vary person to person, but I really liked my Breath of the Wild playthrough. I don't really have any desire to do a full playthrough of it again anytime soon. But that first time playing, it was pretty great. And it did have all that stuff. The shiny things and like too many distractions all over the place. And then another part of it was just like cool scenery and like hidden caves and I don't know, it worked. And then Tears of the Kingdom, I was like, could this work again? And for me it did for a little while. Because I was able to build Minecraft. And then they just restocked all the interesting shit. Someone said, I've revisited Skyrim and it's still kind of magical to me. I don't know. I think that's fair. It's funny because every time I've gone to Skyrim to make fun of it, I ended up getting hooked and doing like a nearly full playthrough. Mods also help. I thought you were saying, like, my mods in chat, you needed them to help you for some reason. But yes, I know what you're saying, and that is true. Even if that's a JPEG, that's pretty cool looking. No shit. That's what this does? Psychic boost ball. Psychic boost ball. High pressure lava pump. Pulls material from the lava lake to send to the main pipe. Special alloys make the pump highly resistant to extreme temperatures and pressures. Prevents overpressurization in the transport pipe, which can be caused by volcanic gas emissions during lava extraction. Psychic spider ball is required. You don't need Spider to go through the psychic boost. I'm sure I'll end up back there in a moment. As in, probably now. New friend. Do I want to go back and get that? Alright, I'll go back and get it. Chat saying it's worth it because I'm not going back there anytime soon. Supplies power to the ventilation system, including the cooling fans currently operational. Another thing I wanted to mention too is like the natural wanderlust of an open world kind of thing. This maybe won't make any sense, but I feel like real life I like to walk around and explore, but it takes a while, and it's like you're not finding items, so the reward is the journey, man. The journey itself, and it's just like seeing cool things. So how do you do an open world type game where it's not about necessarily just like acquiring a mass amount of trinkets? I mean, there's a lot of games that have just done cool scenery. Surely you found items in real life. Yeah, once in a while you see like a floor pizza. Make it a museum where you learn things from the place. Very different type of game, but when you said that, I thought Outer Wilds. But I would imagine at some point, the same way Breath of the Wild took away certain elements of open world, I would imagine that could happen again, even more successfully. I just don't know what that looks like. Maybe just like an extremely, insanely detailed sandbox. Which, again, brings you back to GTA 6. please no? Well, I mean, you wouldn't be forced to play it. I'm just spitballing here. Someone said No Man's Sky is one of their favorite walk around and do nothing games. I found myself enjoying photo mode more than I did, like, earning money and mining for garbage. But also my patience is not what it used to be, so I think some of that is just wanting to land on a planet and see cool stuff and not necessarily build my ship up for that. It lowers a bridge, but it's damaged. That'll go back down that way. Maybe a shortcut. Do you think Nintendo will give Retro another chance, or are we shit out of luck? Critical reception doesn't mean as much as sales, for one. I mean, look at Pokemon. And Metroid traditionally has never sold that well. It sold okay. I mean, 3 million is no small amount, but when you compare that to, like, again, Mario or Pokemon, or even recent Zelda sales. People are so doomsaying about this game. Well, word of mouth definitely helps. And I think a game with a 4 in the title is already gonna scare away new fans. So I just don't know. I think... I don't know, man. Retro seemed like they had some issues. Just 10 years of, like, nothing. And, you know, we've talked about this 100 times. I really wonder what happened over at Retro and what games they were working on and how much of a shakeup that company's had. Because for a little while there, man, their track record was pretty spotless. Houses an AI that automatically inspects cargo delivered to the facility. Its X-ray scanner generates a three-dimensional analysis of a target's interior. And genuinely, even though I've complained about this game, there's a lot of artistry here, and there's a lot of mechanically interesting things. But I think, if they were to get a Metroid Prime 5, I could see some, you know, learning from this. But I also see the discourse of, like, sure, just give them all your money while they do that. Like, that's the other part of the discourse, is now gamers are really suddenly concerned about people giving companies their money. That's been happening a lot, and that discourse gets really fucking annoying, but, as if, like, shitty mobile games... Anyway, whatever. I'm not gonna get into it. Larger version of the standard maintenance tank with stronger beam and heavier armor. Oh my god, do you die? No, we gotta wait till the next mainline Metroid. I can kind of see that being the case, yeah. I could also see, like, another Metroid first-person not called Metroid Prime. Remember, Metroid Prime was the name of the villain of the first Metroid Prime. There ain't no Metroid Prime anymore. It's just a cool name. Preparations for the next green energy shower are proceeding according to plan. The majority of the precious fuel mined from the oil fields is being delivered to this facility, and the workers are diligently going about their tasks with a sense of nervous satisfaction. As this will be the first shower diffusion since the crystals were distributed, all Lemorn are focused on results. Failure will not be tolerated. We will succeed. Oh boy, can't wait to learn more about how this Lemorn race either did something stupid or something stupid happened to it. Like I said, doomed races and Metroid go hand in hand, and it's always fun to learn about it, and heartbreaking. Energy extraction. Thought it was revealed in the ice belt. We got a bunch of it, unless I missed something or forgot something, but I think there's still some of the story that I haven't quite learned yet. Lemorn processing tank. Prevents solidification and manages composition of lava-extracted green energy. Continually monitors the contents of each processing tank, adjusting temperature and agitation speed of the green energy. It is green. They could have come up with a cool sci-fi name for it, like Safusaku. Prevents entry by unassisted individuals. Can only be unlocked by simultaneous activation of both holograms. How do I split myself into two guys? Dream, I need to split me. Teach me how to split me. Lemorn lava heat boiler. Draws in lava to generate steam for spinning the main generator turbines. Spinner for initiating boiler shutdown, currently offline, can be enabled from the control terminal. Lava transportation subpipe. Routes lava for heating the boiler. The heat generated raises the room's temperature and air pressure. Conduit access hatch. Door sealed with security shutter. The shutter will release only if the boiler is shut down. New friend arrived. Galactic Federation trooper. armed with an NS-4664 assault rifle and attached grenade launcher. An insignia on the right shoulder of the armor indicates the rank of sergeant.
Identify yourself.
No. You don't.
Samus.
You don't recognize this face?
There were
helmet?
higher priority targets back at base. I doubt Fed Command would post their best hunter to rescue duty. We are stranded.
Apparently this is
I've been trying to
Doomslayer's
figure out a
VA.
way out of this room. My problem is that boiler is putting off enough heat to turn me into casserole. I got a hunch these consoles are connected to it, but the encryption on them is beyond anything I've seen. Something tells me that's not an issue for you. Maybe we can turn the boiler off.
I'd appreciate the assist. I'm Sergeant Ezra Duke, by the way. Pleasure to meet you, Samus.
See, this guy's not saying any, like, jokes. I don't like jokes, alright? I'm a streamer. Experienced squad leader, assigned to the UTO Research Center. An extremely capable combat veteran known for his ferocious strength.
Something happened. Just need to get in there and shut off the heat. Must be nice getting around like that.
Okay. Wasn't a joke, technically. How dare he? No one can make any jokes. As long as it doesn't have the stink of Wheaton, I think people are generally okay with that sort of thing.
Thank you. Temperature dropping. Where are we headed? I'll follow you.
I don't know. Definitely not that way. Can you turn into a ball? Oh, right, you said you couldn't. Never mind.
Oh, great. More lava. Now it's not.
Miles could never.
Is that
Hello? Come in.
Armstrong? Armstrong, do you read me?
Sarge, finally. I was starting to think I'd never break through the interference.
Well, I can read you loud and clear now, Private. Hopefully the signal will hold. Are you all right? Where are you?
I'm stuck. Not sure where, but there's a hologram in here with me. Looks like a cannon? I'm in a compartment on its south side.
Are you safe?
I should be. For now.
Hold tight. We'll find you.
Over and out.
That doesn't sound good. We need to find Armstrong.
Data received.
Someone said it's interesting hearing how much they quip because I turned voices and subtitles off. I would never do anything like that.
You take one side, I'll take the other. There we go. You've got hostiles. Strange. This box is offline.
I mean, it's not going to stop me from shooting it. An alternate configuration of the Cybot, its energy and field neutralizes attacks, giving it exceptional defense. Lamorne cooling system coats protective suits and layers of coolant, insulating liquid to improve heat resistance.
My eyes is fogged up. Let's get it. On three. Three. Why are all these bots?
I keep thinking, again, the Star Wars prequels. Cybot set to inactive mode. It will not activate unless given a command via tuned psychic waves. It will fold in place if struck.
Were they doing something with this containment system?
Well, I mean, we know what's going to happen, right? Controls extraction of green energy from Vuros lava. Uses a hologram display for status tracking. Extraction process. Lava temperature regulation is nominal. Pressure of inhalation pipes is normal. GE filter status is good. Purity of extracted GE is over 99%. Pressure of delivery pipes is normal. All energy extraction systems are functioning normally.
Stay down here if you want to check upstairs. I think this is the way.
I have to get some sleep. Thanks for streaming, Vinny. You're welcome, chat member. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for me. I'm a selfish streamer. No, I appreciate you saying that, though. That's nice of you. Don't dream of Sonic the Hedgehog dying a terrible, horrific death. Controls maintenance tanks and storage security shutter. Access granted. Activating control hologram. Separates green energy from Vuros lava, currently operating at full capacity. Routes green energy from the extractor to cannon shell assembly. Storage for maintenance tanks working in energy extraction. Its hatch can be opened using the maintenance tank terminal. Security shutter switch is installed. I think I blanked for a minute and I don't really know what I activated up there. Miles, where are you? Hey, Samus, looks like you're a fucking idiot. Didn't see that. What other Skyward Sword items would go well in this game? Where is that again? Phi? Well, we already got Files McKenzie.
Nice work, Samus. You did it. Now let's go find Armstrong.
Oh, that's a spider ball track. Bruce isn't an item. I will say, the scans, it's always been like this in Metroid Prime. It's one of my favorite things about the series. Like, so much stuff being scannable, you really feel like you understand the environment you're in. It really, like, adds another level that a lot of games don't have. And, even just learning about the machinery, like, for a minute, in my head, I'm just like, I wonder what this does. Actually, this seems kind of stupid. It just looks cool. I actually wonder if someone on the team had the exact same thought.
I need to come back for this one. What do we have here? They're pouring green liquid into this container. Is this where all that muck was headed? Looks like we're going up.
Energy diffusion cannon shell. Large ballistic cannon shell in the process of being loaded with green energy drawn from the extractor.
What are they doing loading this thing with green energy?
Green energy injection nozzle regulates the inflow and pressure of green energy as it is injected into the large cannon shell. They're shooting it? Is it like a Mako cannon? Like Junon?
Some kind of artillery shell.
GE is being injected into the larger cannon shells without issue in preparation for the GE shower tomorrow. So far, shower results have not been what we expected due to issues with GE purity and quantity. This time, we must succeed. Soul Valley must be returned to a land of abundance. Tomorrow will be a new day for the Lemorne. Injection 83% complete. Is this an anti-environmental game? We need more of those. We do. I want to see, like... I want to see games about, like, coal. And, like, ozone destruction. I want to kill the ozone. Factorio. Oh, yeah.
I've commanded.
Samus, what's wrong? Oh, they're waking up. Come on, let's take them down. Ice shot is slowing them down. Frag out.
Guess I don't need to scan them.
Time to work.
They don't fully get destroyed when they hit the ground.
Let's keep going up.
I gotta say, getting a better power beam that moves faster and looks a little cooler and has a better chunk to it, like, increased my enjoyment of the combat by at least 15%. It's also nice to have more combat options in general. Like, the first, you know, couple hours of the game, it's just missile and shoot. And now it's, you know, you got a couple different things.
Heads up.
Chat, how do you feel about a parry in a Metroid Prime game like Dread had? Like a melee move. Do you think, would that keep combat more... Not that it would even be like 100% required, but like the way Dread did it. Well, Dread, I guess, kind of required it for some of the fights.
Up and up.
It worked in Dread. You know what, chat? I would be down for that. Because sometimes enemies get in your fucking face and you want to just smack them. I was playing Cultic earlier. Finally, I'm working my way through Cultic again. I'm almost done with it. Will be a pre-record at some point on the Full Sauce channel. And like having a dedicated kick button, just a simple thing like that,
Watch those shoots.
is kind of nice.
Let's get this over with. Freeze them. Ow.
Ow! Someone said I want to see a good over-the-shoulder Metroid game, to be honest. I feel like in my lifetime, which is a crazy fucking thing to say, but I'm gonna say it. In my lifetime, in the next 15 years, I think we're gonna see another style of Metroid game that isn't Prime or like 2D, 3D hybrid. I could imagine them... Whether it be retro, maybe some other studio. doing like a kind of a whole new Metroid series with the over-the-shoulder, like third-person perspective, and I could see it almost being like picture Metroid 64 if that actually ended up happening. I'm not saying it would be that mechanically primitive necessarily, but like just like a whole new ethos that isn't Other M. By the way, Other M, I streamed the whole game when it came out. I played the whole game. I don't remember too much of it, but what I do remember, obviously the story is a nightmare and is really, I think, character assassination on Samus.
I don't think this is the way.
I think Other M was just a weird big swing and a miss. But the thing that maybe, I don't know if it's talked about enough about Other M, it was a third-person action Team Ninja Metroid game using a terrible D-pad on an uncomfortable controller. What the fuck? Trying to control a character in a 3D space like that was just, it was just not fun. Tracks the status of green energy injection into the cannon shell. It is estimated to reach capacity within the hour.
Everything in this facility is pumping green energy. I don't feel good about it.
Neither do I.
Something funny is going on.
The counter moves were sick, though, in Other M. I'll give them that. Yeah, and again, mechanically, it was just, like, mash buttons a lot.
A little extra padding never hurts.
I remember playing that game, and just in order to, like, dodge and counter, you had to just, like, mash the D-pad, which was already uncomfortable. It had positives, though. I mean, again, it's just not a world... We don't live in a world where something is 100% terrible or 100% good. I mean, we do. But it's rare that it hits those extremes. So, I do remember liking the Kraid fight. I remember some of the visuals were cool. Some of the exploration wasn't that bad. I mean, there's a couple things I liked. A container is being built at the instruction of Priest Chitoya. Once complete, all work is to stop, and all workers are to retreat to Chrono Tower. I never imagined things would get this bad. To think that all the work we did, how we gave everything we had for the future of the Lemorne, only served to manifest our ruin. Even so, I choose to trust the words of Chitoya, to believe that someday a savior will come. I'm thinking this green shit didn't work out so great. Probably thinking of Phantoon and not Kraid. Phantoon, yes. Vinny, you really don't remember Other M, huh? Kraid wasn't in Other M, huh? Displays data on the amount and status of green energy being injected into the cannon shell. There wasn't like a mecha Kraid? Fuck, man.
Got it.
Kraid's monster. Oh, yeah. Mecha Kraid is in Dread. Wow, the thing I liked most about Other M is actually Metroid Dread. That's crazy.
Put 'em on ice.
I really had the Jones in to hit that thing with a melee. Cybot Gunner, heavyweight class Cybot that prioritizes offensive strength, is equipped with small guided energy sphere launchers on both shoulders. More new fuck faces? Oh no, same. Why couldn't I pull that? Oh my god. Am I supposed to wiggle? You just have to hold down, but it takes a while, and if you're shot, it's interrupted.
Piece of cake. Red velvet cake.
Dude. We're getting close to Whedon. Careful. That Saddam Hussein cake I had over the weekend was red velvet.
Ow!
Oh, sorry, man. The what? The Saddam Hussein cake.
I'm on it.
Did I not? I showed you the Saddam Hussein cake. Alright, give me a second. I'll pull up the image for you. Emergency escape pod used to ensure worker safety should a catastrophic facility-wide system failure occur. Here, just in case you were not at the exact moment in the stream where I showed it, it was a dual birthday. It was 34 and 40, 2 people. And, yeah. Chat, that cake was delicious. Thoughts on this guy so far? He is as typical a Marine as you can get in a first-person game. I don't know why these guys are in Metroid, still, but he's not annoying me or anything like that. He's just kind of a Marine in a video game. He's fine. He got me hungry. Energy diffusion cannon launches large caliber shell ordnance loaded with green energy for aerial dispersion.
Artillery like that could just about knock the moon out of the sky.
Main control terminal provides oversight of the energy facility, also calls up a hologram schematic of the facility.
Armstrong's on the south side of the cannon. She must be in that room there. Where are you headed? It's below the cannon. In order to get there, we'll have to open the access gate and go in. To open the access gate, looks like we'll have to switch the facility into maintenance mode. Can you switch it to maintenance mode from here? It isn't working. Looks like we'll have to do it manually. Let's disable the clamp by going there directly. If we can disable both clamps, the facility should go into maintenance mode. And the access gate will open. The device we need is right next to Armstrong. Two birds, one stone. How do we get there? Tram. Nice work. That's where we need to go.
Tram.
Armstrong, we found a way to your location. Headed there now.
Copy that, Sarge. I'll be ready.
Nice smile. Just curious what's over here. It's the tram. Okay.
Let's rest a moment.
In fact, this will be where I save the game. Chat, despite my bitching, there's a lot to like here. For people that actually end up playing the game, and whether that be Metroid fans or just like people who want to give it a fair shot, I think mileage may vary. I mean, Dan Reichart from, I think, Giant Bomb gave this a 10 out of 10. Which I'm like, huh? But I don't know. I mean, my mileage McKenzie may vary. I don't think it's, for me, it's that kind of game. I really don't. But once you kind of get into it and you get into the Metroid Prime flow, it's fun. It's cool. I like the new combat options. I'm trying my best to not bring the mood down. I know some people just really want to love this game. Really opposite of that. I want to be, as I'm 40, I don't really have any dog in the race. I didn't make the game. I don't care. I want to enjoy it because half of my life ago there was the last game in the series. But I'm also not going to bullshit myself or you. And there's some stuff in this that sucks, but when I'm getting into it and when I'm like exploring the areas, I'm like really getting like invested in the world building, and it's got a lot of cool stuff. But I wish it was more like Prime 1 and 2 than 3. So we'll continue next week, and we'll find out what these chuckle fucks did with the cannon. And, yeah. Alright. Get the Miles icon. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Is it missions and rewards? Is that him? That's not him. You need to collect a character from this category first. I think you just missed the first week. I guess, that's fine. All right, chat. Thanks for watching tonight. Thanks for listening to me and hanging out. Tomorrow, Game Awards, aka Vinny Plays Megabonk. 8 p.m. All right, well, 8 p.m. Eastern seems like that's the time that the show actually starts. At the very least, it'll be fun. We'll have fun, chat. I can't wait. I can't wait. I really can't. Okay, goodbye, chat. I'll see you later. All right. Good night. Can't believe I'm doing this, but... And now the Grinch salt has been dispersed, and we can try the fries. So here we go. I ate the green View Roast energy.